I just vent to you for 1 second here? I hate work situationships. I don't know if you recall, I had a work situationship, and I'm pretty sure the last update I gave you was I blocked him on Instagram finally, because he kept liking all my stuff. He kept reaching out once in a while, but like that was it, and he would never follow through and stuff. And typically I was of the mindset of like, you know what, let him see me living my best life, blah blah blah, whatever. But then I was like, no, he doesn't deserve access to my energy at all, point blank, period. So then I blocked him. Well, flash forward to now, literally was at work today, and I never worked day shift, but I had to go in for like a training, and literally got out. I was on the elevator and the door opened, and who was walking in but my work situationship? Mixed emotions, girl, because number one, he looked so fine. Like, he looked so fine, and he saw me, we made eye contact, and he was like kind of shocked to see me. I was shocked to see him. I didn't think he worked that early, but here we were staring at each other on the elevator, and we were like real close walking past each other too. And then there was somebody like outside the elevator, and she knew me, and she like called my name. She's like, oh, Kirsten, hey. And I turned to look, and I saw him. He was staring right at me still. Tell me not to unblock his number. No, I'm not unblocking his number. I deserve so much better than that. Man, work situationships, they're fun until they're not. You know what I mean? Anyway, now I have all this energy. My adrenaline is going for the gym today. I'm boxing tonight. And yeah. All right, let me go punch a bag and get this like adrenaline out. Oh my god, I'm so man. Come on, girl, you're coming in with me.
Right now. Yeah. Give me that. 3.
Okay, that was a great workout. I am so red right now. I just love boxing. So athletic of me. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go home, shower, go to bed. Work on me tomorrow. Bye.
Get ready with me while I talk about weird things people have told me while I've worked on retail for the past 2 years. Mind you, for some context, there's like kind of a food desert where I live. Like in the main part of the town, there's one grocery store, and like this is the closest grocery store within like 30 to 40 minutes. I don't think a lot of people like see the light or see people half the time. So like, there's these 2 guys that have been coming to my work probably for like a year and a half, almost like since I started working there, and I didn't pay much attention to them or whatever. It was like one day I was working on Wednesday. They're like, why do you never work weekends? I don't put out schedules, okay? And they're like, there's 3 cashiers, and one's a guy and the other 2 are girls. I'm one of the girls, and they're like, well, they're talking about the one guy, like, you're way cuter than that other guy, and like, you know, you should be working more than him. And then they proceeded to say, they have my schedule memorized. What? What do you mean? I'm a minor. Another time, this was not that weird. A lot of people think older than I am, so these guys were trying to, like, these old guys, not old dude, were trying to guess how old I was, and they're like, you're probably like 19, 21. I was 16 at the time. I was so tempted to be like, yeah, I'm 13. This was during Thanksgiving, but I like to talk to people. Just think that I was asking people, was like, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? You know, normal question. I asked this guy, he didn't look so weird, he was kind of old, like, whatever. Looks me dead in the eyes. By the way, I'm sitting here with my other female coworker, my other female cashier, and I say, you know, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Girls. What? I proceed to go, oh, okay. This is a story that my guy coworker told me. He also got weird people. I swear some people never saw the light. He told me this old lady came in and was like talking to him. You know, he's also pretty talkative, so, you know, this lady said, if I was a few years younger, I would jump your bones. Why would you say that? Wait, this happened on Monday actually. So it's like a news story, but there's this one couple that always comes in and they always compliment me, like, you're so pretty, you know, normal things. A lot of people do compliment me for some reason. There's a couple that are talking about how they got engaged in December and like married in May, and they're telling me like, people thought we were pregnant. I'm dating a guy right now. That's my life, by the way. The wife comes up to me and is like, make sure he treats you real well, or has a big stick. That's all the stories for now. I actually ignored, but I didn't want to put them all in this video because it was already like long. Bye, y'all.
Bro, these dudes with these work wives, they be ready to crash out behind their shorty in an instant. I'm at work last night, right? And I'm sitting outside in the hallway next to a patient's room because I'm doing one-on-one. So I'm watching that one patient for the night. One of my coworkers walks by me and he mumbles something. And since I'm the only other person in the hall, I'm thinking he talking to me. So I take my AirPod out and I'm like, what's up? He goes, man, I wasn't talking to you, bruh. Hella attitude, hella pressure on his chest. And then he proceeds to toss his laptop onto the man cart with hella aggression and he walks off. I'm like, yo, ain't no way bro was talking to me like that. Like, and mind you, this is one of the quiet coworkers. Like, we've never exchanged more than like 2 words with each other. But I let it slide because it is what it is. I'm just here to make my money and leave. So a couple minutes go by and he walks back down the hall with the nurse and the other CNA, and they're trying to like talk to him, but he's ignoring them and he's just gathering his belongings. Like, he gets his bag that he brought and like he get ready to leave. And so he proceeds to walk back down the hall like he getting ready to leave for the facility, and they start to trail him. And I'm like, yo, what bro got going on? And so I start to trail them from a distance. All of a sudden, the CNA, she reaches and grabs his bag from behind and yanks him with hella force. He jerks away, hella aggressive. I'm like, oh, what they got going on? So then they go through a set of double doors into this little corridor, and I instantly hear people going at it. So I peek my head in, I see him at one end, and I see the female CNA on the other end being held back by the nurse, and they just going at each other. He talking about, yo, tell them I'm leaving, I'm done, woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. She talking about some, don't you say stuff to me like that, don't you do that to me. And I'm like, yo, this ain't got nothing to do with me. So I go back to my seat, you know, in the hallway where I was originally. So a couple minutes go by and the female CNA comes back down the hall to the nursing station. She calls me over. I'm like, what's up? She talking about, so apparently he thinks me and you have something going on. I said, excuse me? Mind you, 15 minutes prior to the situation unfolding, I just learned this lady's name. We've been working together for like a month. I didn't even know what shorty's name was. So she get to telling me that bro's accusing her of doing this, that, and the third concerning me. And I'm like, hold on. I come to work, make my money, and dip. I ain't with all the extra stuff. I was like, do I need to say something to bro? And she was like, nah, just let him cool off. Don't say nothing to him. I'm like, okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm going to say something to him. So some time goes by. Bro comes back down the hall towards the nursing station with the nurse. I'm like, hey, bro. And the minute I fix my lips to say something, the nurse get all animated talking about, no, don't say nothing to him. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you think me and Shorty got going on, but this ain't that. And the whole time I'm trying to talk to him, he ignoring me and directing his attention towards her and saying stuff like, yo, what you doing with bro is foul, woo, woo, woo. And then he looks over his shoulder at me and like, hey, bro, you can have her. I'm like, have what? I said, this ain't that, bro. Like, I don't know what you think me and Shorty got going on, but you good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But long story short, we kept it cordial for the rest of the shift. He ain't say nothing to me, I ain't say nothing to him. But moral of the story is, y'all leave y'all coworkers alone, man, because the minute you get too invested in a little relationship at work, apparently everybody after your girl. Nigga, don't nobody want that lady.
One time I was dating this man and he had flowers delivered to my office. And the reaction that I got from people that day to this day is one of the most bizarre things that has ever happened to me in a corporate setting in my life. So when this happened, I was downstairs in a meeting and it was around 11. We'd been in the meeting since 9 a.m. Somebody knocked on the door of the office, came over to me and whispered in my ear that I had a delivery. And I was a bit confused because I was like, okay, well, someone needs to sign for it, I guess. Like, let someone sign for it. Can they just leave it there? Like, I'm in the middle of something. Now, just to paint the picture, this person wasn't coming in giggling or anything like that. I don't know what it is. I can't really say irritation, but it was something like just this look. I don't know what it was. And she was like, well, it's your delivery, so you have to sign for it. So I was like, okay, I guess everyone excuse me. I mean, I was in the middle of my sentence, but sure, I will come and sign for it. So I go upstairs. The thing has already been signed for by the time I get there. It is on my desk. It is 60 roses. Mind you, we are in an open plan office, right? So everyone can see these roses. Immediately, as somebody who is emotionally intelligent, I just know that I don't want to be here. In the most buzzword friendly corporate way possible, the vibes were off. I go, okay, well, it's probably from one of the guys I'm seeing at this time. I was seeing 2 men. I didn't know who to choose at the time. It was a whole story for another day. Anyway, so I go over to my desk and I see that there's a note. The note is fully open at this point in time. There is no envelope on it. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it said the word princess in there and there was no signature. Like the man that sent it to me did not actually put his signature. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, it's one of them. They're both likely to do this. So one of my coworkers goes, who is it from? And she's all smiley and giggly. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, good reaction. I guess I'm happy to share. I don't know who it's from. It's from the guy I'm seeing, probably. Put the note in my desk and I went downstairs for my meeting. At some point during my meeting, mind you, it's like 11:30, maybe 11:35, something like that, definitely in the 30s anyway. Someone else comes downstairs. This person doesn't give me the courtesy of coming to whisper in my ear again. No, that was very generous of the first person I would come to find out, because this person announces to a boardroom, our manager, we'll call her Julie. Julie wants you to come and remove your flowers. I was like, huh? And he said it again. I was like, okay, does Julie know I'm in a meeting? Bear in mind, Julie is not my manager. Julie is his manager. Again, it's an open plan office, so there's a few managers that coexist in the same room. And he goes with the nastiest attitude ever. Yes, she's aware. That's why she sent me here. I came upstairs. I came inside. At this point, the flowers had already been moved. They'd been moved to the bottom of my desk. Someone makes this comment to me and I will never forget it. It was, don't worry, princess. We already moved it for you. And so I decided, oh, we have to nip this in the bud.